Peace, love, and light, guys. It's your guy, Professor O, coming through with a dose that good. Yo, come everywhere like broken glass, move around like a circle. Anyway, anyhow, let's get down to this round now. Today, I want to talk about spiritual attack. Okay, first and foremost, listen. Spiritual before physical, but together it's mental, right? I need you to understand that on a spiritual level, there are things happening, and it's just what it is. Just like things that happen on a physical level. This is when I talk about frequency, energy, mentality, etc., so forth. These things play a major role in everyday life. Hence the reason why people are serious about religion, etc., so forth. That's the whole thing, right? But when I need you to realize, when you are part of God's elect, or other people call it like chosen ones, or all this extraness, all this. That's cool, but it's really all about being humble and staying in your path, and taking your path and finding your path, and all about having humility with you at all times. But I digress. When you hear the chosen one, that can kind of get big-headed. I'm the chosen one. It's not about you. And you start to actually realize that as you progress through your life, that you're taking on responsibilities and being accountable for things that you don't even have anything to do with. You know what I mean? The battle's already been won, but that's a whole nother story. When you're dealing with spiritual type, you got to realize when your part is specifically to people who are God's elect. Many are called, few are chosen. And that's what that means. Because many hear the call, but few are chosen. Like, all right, this one was chose for this. Like, you know what I mean? And you have your own free will. I am not going to sit here and try and put some mumbo jumbo in between your head, whatever the case may be, etc. and so forth. You do as you do. But if you do who you are and be who you truly are, you will align to your calling. Surprisingly, that's just how it works, because it's in you. It is what it is. But when you're dealing with spiritual attack and understanding that we're dealing with individuals who truly don't like you, right? I need you to really understand this. And it took me a while. It can be your friends, it could be your family, co-workers, associates, even strangers. You will really be surprised. But when you have that light in you, when you have that glow, when you got that glow, you don't know about that, right? That's a whole nother, I digress, right? But when you have it, right, you got to realize it's something very peculiar about you. Now you stand out because you carry that frequency that's able to reach a form of something that's very rare. And it's a pleasure to be able to witness it or to even obtain that type of frequency. And everyone has the potential to reach it, but some are destined to reach it. Everyone's destined, you could say everyone's destined to reach it because being that they have the potential to reach it, that means it's in a destiny of a path that they can take to actually achieve it if they actually so chose to achieve it. But some, what I'm saying is, it's very, how can I explain this? It's very particular to few who are supposed to reach it because it's imperative for them to reach it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like everything, like, out of all of your lives that you've lived, in this specific path and point, you were meant to achieve greatness because you had all the tools and you did all the things correctly to lead up to that part of ascension. Like, you know what I mean? That's when you know it's up to you on that point. And you'll know it, and you'll understand it, but also realize what comes with that is spiritual attack. Because at the end of the day, you got to realize there's a kingdom of light and a kingdom of darkness. And unfortunately, the kingdom of darkness does not like the light. They don't like being clean. They don't like being fresh. They don't like being none of that. Everything that is of the light, think about darkness, period. And it's just what it is. And I'm always here to say, always be good. Always don't judge, be good, and understand that it's all about progression, ascension, and looking at things generally and not personally. Dwell in love, the God type of love, not the human love that is circumstantial and situational when it's dependent on what you did this for me, so I gotta do this for you, this down the third, you can do you know what I mean? There's no force, there's like, when you gain foresight, you'll understand, you'll be like, all right, I gotta stay away from that. But then when you're dealing with the God type of love, where it's unconditional, when it's always showing up, and it's always there at the proper time, at all times, period. you'll start to mimic that. You know what I mean? You'll gain the patience, you'll gain the understanding in these things, because now you're imitating that, and then now through your imitation of something so positive, it becomes actual, you know? I digress. So written down some points. Let me pull out the handy dandy notebook. Who writes a script? I do. Do not beat me up, all right? Don't hate me because you ain't me. Learn how to scribble, dibble, ribble, you know? Love it. Let's see what we have here. Now, first and foremost, when you want a guy's like, you need to realize you're not fighting for a victory, you're fighting from it. The battle's already been won. It's already been done. All you have to do is align yourself with who you truly are. Now, if you're being attacked, understand, you got to realize you're dealing with individuals who, again, they don't care about light because they already forfeited. It's kind of like what happened with Esau. You know what I mean? When Esau sold his inheritance for, I think it was for a single meal, whatever the case may be, and he would sit there crying this time he wanted it back. It's like that, but you're dealing with a whole group of individuals, organizations, and they're very, actually very organized doing this, but they all lost their point. Like, it's just what it is. Now, realizing that, and also understanding that you, my good friend, are of the light. Why? Because you're choosing the light path. You're choosing things that are right. You're choosing things that are actually good. You know what I mean? Like, you doing the right thing. Like, I'm not going to take advantage of other people. I'm not going to talk ill, you know what I mean? Or you drop a couple of dollars and pick it up. Yo, you drop this type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, you're being very genuine. And you're not going to self-disrespect just for the sake of others. Like, that's when you know, like, your others are like, you're honest. You're living righteous. You know what I mean? Because you got to realize you're in an environment and in a fleshly vessel that's prone to want to do the opposite. Like, you know what I mean? Like, literally. And when you're operating from the spirit, you're not operating in those type of thought processes. Literally, it doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? You wouldn't even want to do that. You know what I mean? Like, you're not. Well, then, and I'm telling you, it's just such a beneficial state when you live through the righteous path. Literally, especially in what the current day and what it means to be righteous today, and what it means to be, you know, to have faith and operate in that faith today, you know, and it's a beautiful thing. So when I'm saying, when you're enduring your spiritual attack, and these are for those, you know, I'm not here to explain exactly what it is, how it is, because at the end of the day, I don't really like making myself privy to darkness, methods, and maneuvers when I'm operating in the kingdom that's way more powerful than any other. Like, it's just what it is. People don't like being good. They don't like it. It's just what it is. But I digress. What I'm here to say is this. Under that, when you are being spiritually attacked, it may be through your mental and maybe trying to trigger you, gaslighting as they call it, that's one of them, etc. So forth, peer pressure, all that bull, whatever the crap. What I'm trying to tell you is never ever become the attack. Never ever. Move on. Look forward. Think highly of yourself and always be humble and always wish goodwill onto them. Why am I saying that? Because number one, what the enemy does, the enemy focuses on others that he needs to add to the kingdom of darkness. Like, literally, he's looking to recruit at all times. And the ones that he really want to recruit is God's elect, because they have something that if they can just switch over from being righteous to being wicked, it becomes something like you got to realize, because the gifts and calling of God are irrevocable. So being that those gifts are irrevocable and the calling is irrevocable, those gifts are yours. What you do with them is what you do with them. But if you're using them for negative, and being that this was a gift from God, it's going to have a major effect because it's attractive. You know, it doesn't lose its attractiveness. And now it's being done in a negative sense. That's something that the enemy wants because it's profitable. It's beneficial. It's like, yo, I could use this. Like, this, that, and third. Now, I'm not sitting here advocating being broke. But what I am advocating is, yo, do it in a positive way. God will provide for you at all times. I digress. So when the enemy sees that, he really focusing on God's elect, because he got something that came from God and that could be used for this kingdom, etc., so forth. It gets really, really evil, literally. But what I'm saying is, you never ever want to become the victim of the attack. And being a victim is number one. Beyond being attacked, pray, discern, use your logic. Never respond emotionally to the situation. Look at things logically. Think it through. Ask yourself the why and how. How is this happening? Why is this happening? All right, good. If you can't answer your why, good, don't focus on it too much. Understanding how it's happening, then you can be able to combat it. If you can't do it, good. This out of your arm's reach, pray. You have a kingdom behind you. If you're living righteous, of course. Because God admits that. And again, God always has his hand over you, making sure, like, yo, I'm not going to ever let nothing happen to him. Because he can't. You know what I mean? You can't, as long as you're operating in the grace and you're always operating in the favor where your guardian angels. I remember a while ago, a wise man told me, he's like, yo, man, some people got unemployed guardian angels. Like, they got guardian angels surrounding them at all times, but they not talking right. You know what I mean? This is why you always want to speak good. You want to stay in the line of goodness, so that way you're still giving leeway, you're still giving space for your guardian angels to be there. But if you're talking negative, if you're acting negative, your guardian angels can't be around that. And you're going to attract more than negative to you. But if you're talking right, even in the midst when things are looking negative, you're still talking positive, or your guardian angels going to tear something up. They're going to tear, because they're going to stay around and be like, you see what's going through? And he's still going to get the papa. Get out of here. All that negative stuff. We over here dwelling in righteousness and good favor. Loser. Hit the brakes. Etc. so forth. So you want to always dwell in righteousness and dwell in goodness. I'm telling you, it works. Let's see what else I'm missing in that. And I think that's kind of it. You know, I don't really speak more on spiritual attacks. I like to speak in the inner work. So I like speaking more on doing the inner work, because when you're doing the inner work, it's naturally preparing you to be so solidified that you wouldn't even notice that something's happening, because you're vibrating at such a high rate that it can't affect you. You know what I mean? It won't even be able to reach you. But that's the whole point of doing the inner work, because the inner work is so difficult. Because remember, the inner work is difficult because you're working on yourself. And as you're working on yourself, you're aligning your heart and your mind to be one with a current perspective. Remember, your heart, it has rage in it. It has emotions in it, period. And in these emotions is comfort, because it likes to feel good. And your brain loves feeling good, regardless. Like, your brain loves to think and it loves to feel good. But in your brain also is discipline, humility, tenacity, persistence, constance. Like, these things exist in your brain as well, but you got to activate them. And if they're not constantly activated, it's always going to seek the most logical, comfortable path, because it yields results, instant results. Remember, your brain is there to make sure they be able to get things done at a faster rate. Like, you can see things done, all right, it's got to logically do this. That's what it's there for. But when you're aligning and you're working on your frequency, you're working on your inner signal, and now to the fact that now your mind and your heart is aligning, oh my gosh. And then now that's when your signals start to change and you start to resonate at a different frequency. You're resonating higher. Not only are you giving space for your guardian angels, you're also attracting things that you'll need that'll complement your current perspective. And now the spiritual attack has to upgrade itself to be able to reach you. And guess what? It can't, because these guys don't want to upgrade themselves. They want to stay where they're at because they have a program and a pattern that works. And then now when they see it don't work, they're going to get beat up by the guardian angels, or they're going to relieve themselves from it because it doesn't work. It can't work. It doesn't equal out. You over there yelling, you cursing me out. If I match that energy, now I'm on your playing field. But if I just ignore you or say have a blessed day, you're on mine. And you clearly you can't speak positive. Because if you could speak positive, you would. So they're going to continue to speak negative. And then that's when you relieve yourself of the presence. Simple as that. Remember, you want to give grace because God gave you grace also. Because again, they still have the potential to change. This is why you can't say, yo, man, these guys ain't never going. I can never say never to this situation because potential is always there. Some people just don't want to, and they're that lost. Like, they just made the decision, like, I don't want to do this, that, and third, and that's just them. You can't do nothing about it. But also, that's not up for you to discern whether they made that decision or not. This is why you got to give grace at all times, because God is giving you grace. And that's also, remember, you're a representation of the righteous. And that's all part of God's program right there. Keep it cool at all times. Keep it smooth at all times. Test the spirit to see whether it's the spirit of righteousness or the spirit of error. And then you'll be able to discern. That's all. Don't do it out of pettiness. Do it out of curiosity. But also don't be too curious, because at the end of the day, some things you don't need to know because it has nothing to behoove your current, present, or your future. Literally. The more aware and adept that you get at being more proficient and working on yourself, the more you understand exactly that people are dealing with their own shoulder boulders, their own inner demons, this, that, and the third. I remember I heard somebody say, oh, new levels, new devils. You know, that's BS. It's new levels, same devils, they just matter because they got to work harder. Because you're going that higher. The higher you get, the more harder they got to work to bring you down. You understand? I'm glad you do. And again, I'm going to end it off right there. Again, this message is for the adept out there, for the master, the expert, the proficient, the efficient, the self-efficient, the one that's always doing it, never losing it, that's growing, that's going at all times. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Do good, speak good, see good, because when it is good, it's all good. Can you dig it? And for the haters out there that love looking at your boy, make sure you look at my good side, because you know I'm sexy. Yeah, can you dig it? I think you can. Peace, love, and light. See you guys in the next video.